Right now, you can walk into any store and grab the cheapest things on the shelf without a second thought. A box of salt for $1, a lighter for under $2, a bottle of pills nobody even notices. But understand this, when the grid goes dark in the middle of a brutal summer, when the trucks stop rolling and the shelves go bare, those cheap, forgotten little items become the most valuable things you own. Not gold, not cash, because you cannot eat gold, you cannot drink it, and you cannot trade it for the one thing that keeps you breathing when the heat is trying to kill you. Let me show you exactly what to stack while it still costs you almost nothing. Number 1. Salt. It is the oldest currency on Earth, and there is a reason for that. In a hot season collapse, you are sweating out minerals faster than you can replace them, and without salt your body starts shutting down. But salt is more than survival. It is the only thing that lets you preserve meat without refrigeration. When the power dies and your freezer turns into a tomb of rotting food, the man with salt can cure, store, and keep protein alive for months. A dollar box today becomes a barter king tomorrow. People will trade you almost anything for it because their bodies are screaming for it, and they did not stock up. Number 2. Water purification, filters and purification tablets. In summer, contaminated water is the silent killer that empties out neighborhoods. The municipal system fails, the bottled water vanishes in hours, and people get desperate enough to drink from ponds, ditches, and pools. Then dysentery and giardia tear through them. A box of purification tablets costs you almost nothing right now, and a basic filter is cheap. But after collapse, the ability to turn deadly water into safe water is worth more than any precious metal. You cannot drink gold. You can drink what your filter makes clean. Number 3. Lighters and fire starting tools. A pack of cheap lighters is a few dollars. After the collapse, fire is everything. Fire boils your water clean. Fire cooks the food that would otherwise poison you. Fire keeps the predators and the desperate at bay through the night. People romanticize flint and steel, but when your hands are shaking and the wind is up, you will trade real value for a working lighter that lights on the first flick. Stack them by the dozen. They are tiny, they last for years, and every single one is a unit of barter currency in a world that suddenly has no easy flame. Number 4. Basic medicine and antibiotic ointment. Aspirin, ibuprofen, antidiarrheal tablets, and a few tubes of antibiotic ointment. In a summer collapse, a tiny cut becomes a raging infection in days because of the heat and the bacteria. Diarrhea from bad water dehydrates a grown man to death faster than starvation ever could. These pills and ointments cost almost nothing now and sit forgotten in a drawer. But when there are no pharmacies, no doctors, and no ambulances, the person holding a bottle of fever reducer, or a tube that stops an infection, holds someone's life in their hand. That is leverage gold can never buy. Number 5. Batteries, specifically the cheap common sizes. AA, AAA, and the small button cells. When the grid dies, the world goes dark and silent, and information becomes survival. Batteries run your flashlight so you are not blind in the night. They run the radio that tells you whether help is coming or whether the danger is moving towards you. They run the small tools and headlamps that let you keep working after sundown when the daytime heat finally breaks. They have a shelf life of years if you store them right, and after collapse a single pack of working batteries buys you things you would not believe. Number 6. Electrolyte powder. This is the one almost nobody thinks of, and in a hot season collapse it is a quiet lifesaver. When you are working and sweating in extreme heat with no air conditioning, plain water is not enough. You flush out your sodium and potassium, and then come the cramps, the confusion, the collapse. A canister of electrolyte powder costs a few dollars and weighs nothing, but it is the difference between staying clear-headed and functional or going down with heat exhaustion in a world where there is no hospital to carry you to. Stock it deep. Your body and your barter partners will thank you. Number 7. Seeds. Open pollinated non-hybrid garden seeds. A packet costs a couple of dollars and looks like nothing at all. But seeds are the only item on this list that multiplies. Salt runs out, batteries die. But a single packet of seeds, planted in good soil in the long days of summer, becomes food that becomes more seeds that becomes food again. Year after year, when the canned goods are gone and the shelves stay empty, the person who can grow tomatoes, beans, and squash is the richest person in the neighborhood. Gold just sits there, cold and useless. A seed is a promise of survival that pays you back forever. So here is the brutal truth. Gold is a story we tell ourselves about value, and that story falls apart the moment the systems holding it up disappear. When the heat is brutal and the shelves are empty, value is whatever keeps you alive and whatever the person next to you cannot live without. Salt, clean water, fire, medicine, power, electrolytes, and seeds. Every one of them is sitting on a shelf right now for pocket change. The smart prepper is buying them today, while the world still thinks they are worthless. Do not wait until everyone else figures this out, because by then it will be far too late and the shelves will already be bare. Subscribe right now so you are ready before the rest of the world even knows what is coming. Stay sharp, stay stocked, and stay ready.